Having Fulfil enter the game as our ERP was, quite a bit of a game changer for us. Senior Director of Supply Chain over here at Monos. So everything from procurement all the way out to, fulfillment and reverse logistics. Monos is a very large scale company. We do 9-figure revenue across several regions of operations. We're, in North America, we're in the EU, the UK, Australia, and there are other couple burgeoning regions that we're on the cusp of entering. Kind of weird to imagine being where we are currently, having you guys as our ERP, plus the state of things currently with AI, and just rewinding that clock like 730 days and thinking, or 1,000 days, and thinking of how things were back then. And, that period of time, it seems like it's a lot more due to the rate of change that's, transpired. I think the one thing that I've been very happy with Fulfil is just rate of change. It seems that there's constantly kaizen within your organization, the fact that you're always trying to make incremental changes throughout the structure of the ERP itself. And, like as have worked with other large scale ERPs, sometimes you don't see that same iterative change. And it's nice to see that progressive element. And I feel that it really reflects the way that our organization is as well. Really is an organization that seeks to constantly improve everything, all our processes, just incrementally day by day, always trying to find a better way of doing things. And I feel like Fulfil definitely reflects that on that side of things. And it's very much a matching spirit. Things like inventory management was extremely difficult before because everything was living either on our 3PL's WMS exports, plus like our master Excel sheets that we use to kind of combine that information. Whereas now we natively have it within, Fulfil itself where it should be living. We've entered new regions, we've entered new channels, or we've grown channels that we existently did business in. And like I would say that over the past 18 months, there's been a surge of complexity within our organization from a supply chain perspective. But despite that, we've actually maintained the same headcount and managed to keep the same workload for all of our employees effectively. So we're effectively doing more with the same amount of people. I think one of the greatest things about Fulfil is how aggressive you guys have been with partner expansion. Effectively, every potential partner that we reach out to regarding a new opportunity, you guys they have some knowledge or experience, or they do actively work with you, right? So you guys are a you guys are definitely a known quantity within our industry. And like whenever we want to do the Amazon, for example, whether it be 1P or FBA, you guys have, out of the box integrations that are very easy to integrate and plug into. When we look to expand with other 3PLs that are major players, most of them, I would say at least 80% of them have heard of you. And the 20% that have not tend to be, I would call more along the lines of like old school 3PLs, like the mom and pop. So yeah, like whenever we want to pursue an opportunity, it definitely is better for us knowing that most of the partners that we seek these opportunities with have some experience with you. You guys are definitely like hands-on. You guys really come, really ready to like implement and to roll out. I mean, I think one of the things that you guys probably pitch, and I agree with, is speed of implementation. With any of the larger, more traditional ERPs, you often find that to properly execute an implementation, you're looking anywhere from 6 months to 2 years, right? And it can be an extremely painful, prolonged process involving a lot of people across a lot of functions within an organization. But I find with you guys, you deploy a very aggressive, agile, small team, and you guys work with us very aggressively to push out these deliverables in terms of the implementation very quickly. So like your implementation team was incredible. The people that we worked with, Luis was like one of the best consultants we've ever worked with, quite frankly. And so he was a true pleasure to work with. And so that the implementation, the speed at which we can roll out integrations, which means the speed that we can enter markets, the speed at which we can, take advantage of new opportunities. Like we're looking at, weeks, not months, right? I was a huge fan of NetSuite coming on board. I'm kind of 180'd, and I actually feel that a lot has to do with just like how incrementally you guys change things and just how open you guys are to basically a lot of things that a lot of other ERPs try to gatekeep. You guys are especially effective for brands that are like D2C and that are agile, that try to be tech savvy and tech leveraged, right? Like you guys have always kind of like advertised yourself in that way. And I feel like there is a lot of truth to that. Like I said, like as we explore possible partnerships, whether it be like channels or 3PL partners, whenever we open conversations with potential partners who are also, tech savvy, tech forward, and moving in the direction of like, like leveraging AI, they all have heard of you or are integrated with you already, right? So like I definitely feel like that's one thing that people should keep in mind, like if their organization also values those same things.